Hello, honorable members of the clan. So, guys, I cannot be too long on this video because I have to rush somewhere. I am late. I needed to hear what is going to transpire in the North Gauteng High Court, which is adjourned until Monday because the state got themselves a huge assignment. Guys, where's Rada? Judge Rada. Judge Rada, if you are in trouble, blink twice. Will come for you and help, because I don't know this judge. This judge is doing something that he should have done in the trial within a trial. All these things that he's asking for are things that he should have ordered in the trial within a trial. And in the trial within a trial, he convicted the accused persons, especially accused number one and accused number two, who said, we were taken in this way, this was done to us, and all of those things are unlawful. And on top of that, our Section 35 rights were not read to us. We even had a whole experienced police officer since the 1980s who could not cite the rights of an arrested suspect. But no, he said, well, these confessions are real and they were admissible, and hence we are here today. And yet AVLs should have been requested, but every time that the defense would ask for something that they know the police may not have, or the state may not have, guess what they do? They conveniently come with a certain excuse. For example, the BMW that Gininda speaks about in June, it was in with mechanic. In July, it is back. And yet the suspect, which is now the accused, they said he was in a white BMW. So all of these things that they are running away from the fact that once they say, okay, I'm still saying, okay, because, oh, no, wait. Gininda did say that he has requested for the AVL of that particular BMW. And I also understand that these things can be manipulated from people who understand trackers and AVLs and stuff like that. You can literally just manipulate the whole thing to suit your narrative. Now, Mr. Baloy, who was quite annoyed and he was frustrated as much as Mr. Mnisi was frustrated. Let's talk about Mr. Mnisi. The beginning of today, Mr. Mnisi, like I had said in my previous video, this morning's video, that I think there's a tactic or there is a strategy to frustrate Mr. Mnisi by making sure that he's distracted and his chain of thoughts are cut so that he does not get to the crux of what he was standing for and asking the witness. And now today the judge, like, he came in strong. He came in so strong, he was not listening to what Mr. Mnisi was saying, to a point where Mr. Mnisi had to actually be honest with the court and say, you are treating me like a child. And when that was said, boom, out of the blue, it was as if Ratha broke off this curse, and suddenly he was like, for once in my life in this case, let me be a judge and start making some orders. And I'm like, yeah, these orders are coming quite late, sir. If you had asked for these, these evidence in 2023, trust and believe me, this case would have long finished. You would have ruled that the state does not have sufficient evidence to pin this matter on the 5 accused. But no. So now the question I am asking myself, was this to buy time for the state to do what it needs to do in the background? Because at the end of the day, this will be an embarrassment, not only to the police, but to the National Prosecuting Authority and the judiciary. So to buy face and save face and do all of these things, and why all these things are going to be done so quickly. Monday, Mr. Baloy will come with all this evidence, because if I was a state and this is required of me, I would have asked for a 1 month adjournment. Not today's what? Thursday today, right? So basically it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 3 days. I'm smelling a rat here. I'm sorry. I am smelling a rat. This is a strategy that shows that if push comes to shove, we're going to pull this ace of all these things pulled out because I suspect, this is my suspicion, and you cannot blame us, the people that are observing this case, not to have these sort of suspicions because of the conduct that you've been witnessing in this court. And I think I don't know how to put this. It's not a right per se, but I think it can be understandable why I am skeptical about what the judge just did today. I'm very, very skeptical. Very skeptical. There's a lot of time that was bought here, and a lot of time also that was indirectly went to the state to do whatever it needed to do to bring back this case together so that they will have a guilty verdict at the end of the day. Because all these stuff that they are asking for, I think it's cooked. I think it's cooked. I think it's cooked. And that is why we need experts in this matter to see these AVLs if they are real. And then I hope the defense, but then this costs money. That's the problem. You call an expert to come and verify, you have to pay them. And they are not cheap in South Africa. Now, let's talk about Mr. Mnisi. I think here he made a big mistake by, like, informally making an application to have Zungu and Buthelezi recalled on the stand. That is why Judge Rada was asking sarcastically, what does the law say when you are going to recall a witness that had already testified? I mean, I think the process is Mr. Mnisi, during the course of this adjournment, should have prepared an application, a formal application, which he is going to discover to the state so the state can also make its own arguments, whether they are objecting or not objecting in the recalling of Zungu as well as Buthelezi. And I think that is why Judge Rada decided, I'm not going to argue. Y'all are going to prepare me some representations when you come on Monday, all of y'all, about what does the law say when you are going to make an application of this nature. And I was like, okay, Mr. Mnisi, I get it. And also I felt, and while this was going on, where Mr. Mnisi was saying that he wrote an email to the state, I was like, Mr. Mnisi, I think you got caught up because of the volume of pages that you needed to go through in the court record to prepare for your defense on behalf of accused number one. And of course, Mr. Baloyi, he doesn't have all that pressure. He can respond to emails just like that. So I think maybe he was buried in that and he did not see, or probably don't remember, that there was a back and forth communication between him and Mr. Baloyi. I excuse him for that. I excuse him, and that is why I also feel like Mr. Baloyi did not argue back, even though he called this a tit for tat and he doesn't want to stoop low. And I'm like, so you've been low all this time, sir. All this time you've been low. You don't have a case. You have a dead horse that you keep flogging. At the same time, I suspect there is a tactic going on. There's a strategy that is going on against the defense. Whatever that is, it's revealing itself. That is all that I am observing. But to wrap up today, I also don't want to pin my hopes too much on what transpired in court today, where Judge Ratha became a judge. I cannot pin my hope on that, because whenever I did, and then I say something and I'm like, oh, Rada today, and then he comes back on Monday, changed his mind, and now he's fighting the defense. So multiple beaten, many times shy. I don't know. I don't know how to put this one, but it was quite entertaining what we were watching in court this morning. Are they gonna get all these AVLs? The people that are what their names? The Metro Police, who came with their own vehicles. What are they going to say about the AVLs? What? No, no, this is plan B or C or D or whatever in the alphabet this is, because the defense keeps coming in heavy and pretty good at making sure that this case is squashed for what it is. For exactly what it is. And I thought Mr. Mnisi, he had a list of witnesses that should be called on the stand. But when he said recall, I was like, okay, that means Kelly Kumalo as well as the NPA and others that I feel like, Muhola, Muhano, Musia, they still need to be recalled as far as I'm concerned. They still need to be recalled. And my recalling of Musia is on those photos and the runaway cell phone that I suspect was in his pocket. And when he realized, then he switched it off. And Bart is being pinned on accused number 2, or one of the intruders. So there's a lot going on, and I don't know, what are your thoughts, guys? What did you observe today? This administration that was taking place that should have happened in the trial within a trial. All of this that Judge Rata is asking and ordering should have been done in a trial within a trial, so that he should have made an informed decision of whether he accepts the confessions or dismisses them. And I am sure with the information that they would have given him, he would have ruled otherwise. He wouldn't have ruled the way he did, and the reason why we are here today. That's just my take. I don't know what your take is. Again, this is an opinion to those of y'all. Yeah, it's an opinion. And if you don't know what an opinion is, it is a statement that is neither correct nor incorrect. It's up to you how you perceive it. So if you're gonna, yes, it's an opinion. It's an opinion. And I've seen some other people like, hey, you guys are not lawyers. Oh, duh. But that also does not mean we don't have a brain. If your brain is dead, that is on you. The rest of us, we have it. We got eyes, we got mouth, and we are critical thinkers as well, because that's how we were taught to look at things in a different perspective. That is why those words exist. So where now, no, stay with your ear in your corner there. All right. I'm just saying. All right, guys, I think that is all that I want to say in this video. Yes, the matter has been postponed until Monday so that the state goes and collect all these cooked up evidence, in my opinion. Other than that, guys, please don't leave this video without liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Thank you so much for the super thanks, and I appreciate the likes as well. And I see the analytics showing me that you guys indeed are active there. And I appreciate all of y'all. And I'll see you next time with a new video. Goodbye.